What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome into Friday afternoon questions. Our Friday afternoon AMA here from the Nexus 419. If you have any questions, please throw them in the comments. I don't have anything to talk to you about. So unless you have questions, this is going to be a real short video. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't see that there's a whole lot of people here. Well, according to Facebook, none. So if you're watching on YouTube, say hi. If you're here, say hi. But if you don't have any questions, this will be a real short video, and we'll be done almost as quickly as we started, and I'll go back to doing other things. So, do you have any questions for me? This is an AMA. So it's an Ask Me Anything. We're going to do it every Friday now until, things get back to normal. So if you have any questions about comic books or pop culture or anything, please just ask. I can wait. I see that Susie and Pat are here. They're usually good for some people to talk to. But if you have any questions on this Friday afternoon questions, aka FAQ, aka my Friday afternoon AMA, please just ask. And there's Melzak. See, so there's at least 3 people here, and we can all make fun of each other if nothing else. Hi, Susie. Susie, why is your profile picture upside down? Is that a normal thing? Pat, that depends on a European or African swallow, but I will say this. It's faster than the airspeed velocity of an unladen me. Is technically a correct answer to that question. So I would not be thrown off the cliff. And the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow. Is there a Santa Claus? Yes. There may be children present, Susie. But back to Pat's question. Pat, here's my question. Why does the swallow have to be unladen? Why can't you compare 2 swallows who are carrying a similar weight? See, this is always my problem with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. They just assume that swallows got nothing going on in their lives and can carry and are going to carry nothing. But no, a real swallow is going to have like a twig or a branch or a worm or something to eat or some seed or something in its beak. So they're never going to be unladen. So there you go. Okay, Susie has a question. How do you fix Susie's profile picture so that it's not upside down? Change your profile picture, Susie, and then change it back. I don't know. That's what I would try. Once again, guys, this is FAQ, our Friday afternoon AMA. Ask us anything. Who do I think will be the first formerly Fox Marvel property character to be introduced in the MCU? Oh. Melzak had to ask a question with legalese in it. Who do I think will be the first formerly Fox Marvel property character to be introduced in an MCU movie or after credit scene? I think it's Deadpool. I think it's Deadpool. I just think that movie is going to be too hard. The third movie in that franchise is going to be too hard to keep down for them to not introduce it first just to get it out of the way. I also think because they're doing a Defenders movie as a Guardians film, the answer could possibly be Silver Surfer. But I got my doubts because that would just be out of nowhere, whereas Deadpool is more of a something people would expect. Pat, swallows do a lot of things, but they're never unladen. They sometimes have worries. You never know. They might have babies in their nest and they're worried. So at least they're laden with their thoughts and feelings. Didn't expect me to go there, did you? How are you guys? Tell me how you're doing. Check in. This is, obviously a check-in as well. What's up? What's going on with you? What are some things that are happening in and about the world? So this is our Friday afternoon AMA. Ask us anything. I call it FAQ because I came up with that this morning in the shower. Frequently asked questions or Friday afternoon questions. So ask me anything. Who is your favorite writer and artist active currently? Favorite active writer? Cullen Bunn. Favorite active non-comic book writer? Neil Gaiman. Favorite artist? I've been buying Neil Adams stuff lately, but I don't really count him. Favorite artist currently working? Francisco Francavilla. It might also could be Jay Fosgit, but Francisco Francavilla. Of course it is Melzak. It's Donnie Cates, and it's Ryan Stegman. Of course it is. You're very easy. I like Cullen Bunn when he doesn't do X-Men and Deadpool. Melzak says like Cullen Bunn when he does X-Men and Deadpool. I prefer him when he doesn't do those things. Melzak. So everyone's favorites. Correct. Amanda knows. Amanda knows that Melzak likes the pumpkin spice of comic books. Basic. Melzak is a basic white girl of comic book collectors. Which is very funny. Yeah. Pumpkin spice. No, and that's fair. I mean, I liked Donny Cates a lot before his Venom run. I like Donny Cates a lot, with his creator-owned stuff. But his Venom run has not hit me the way it's hit a lot of people. It's all right. I think Stegman is doing great work on it, but Stegman to me is, doing a yeoman's job on a book that would probably look a lot the same regardless of who was drawing it. Just because of the way that book is made. Melzak, I didn't say anything like that. But what I said is you like the answer that 99% of people are going to give right now. You are a basic white girl. I didn't say there's anything wrong with that. I make fun of Amanda for her love of pumpkin spice lattes. That doesn't mean she shouldn't buy pumpkin spice lattes. Just means I'm going to make fun of her for them. But Francisco Francavilla is my answer to artist. And I'm going to go Cullen Bunn for writing. Does anybody else have any questions? Does anybody else want to make fun of Melzak? Or Pat was here. Pat's still here. We can still make fun of Pat. Does anybody want to make fun of Pat? Melzak, I appreciate the fact that you don't care for pumpkin spice. It is gross. Food should not be orange unless it's an orange. That almost feels like a Ron Swansonism. Food should not be a color unless it is named that color. The most underrated book that I think everyone should at least read. Most underrated book that I think everyone should at least read. Amanda Melzak just basically asked me that same question. And my problem is my underrated answers are becoming TV shows now. So Philadelphia, which just got picked up for development, is a newer book that I'm really amped up on that I really, really enjoyed. So Philadelphia. If you want to go back further, Rick Remender's run on Captain America. Really, anything Rick Remender was writing in the early 2000s was phenomenal. Yeah, Amanda, shouldn't you be like working? Odyssey by Matt Fraction is something that I think a lot more people should read just because it would open their mind. But nobody's going to get that. So really, Rick Remender's Marvel work in the early 2000s. Philadelphia right now, if you're looking for a modern book. I'm also really enjoying Vampire State Building. which is an indie that's coming out right now. So there's those. Susie's trying to get Amanda to stay. I think her break is probably just up. Susie, I don't think she's actually angry that she and Melzak asked basically the same question. But it's a good question, you know? I mean, there's underrated and then there's unknown. And, like, I still think, for all the love it gets, I still think Preacher is one of the great underrated masterpieces of our time. Same with The Crow. Same with I don't know, Susie. This isn't a live sale. You know, some of those books like that. You know that they maybe weren't getting the love they should have gotten when they originally came out, and now they've become TV shows and movies, and people kind of get them more, but they don't get them more. They're like, oh yeah, I get why this is. Everybody was so high on this book, and I get why everybody loved it so much. But they don't really understand what the book was going for anymore, or you know, like the fact that Watchmen was a Cold War allegory, and you know that kind of thing. People don't understand that, and so I still think that Watchmen and Preacher and some of these books, that while they're getting a ton of credit and a ton of publicity, are underrated because people don't understand what they were going for. So, anybody have any more questions? Any other questions? Anything other than Melzak just asking for reading recommendations? I'm tired. That's exactly it, Amanda. It's that people see the TV series and go, "Oh, cool, Preacher," or they see, "Oh, they see the Watchmen movie and go, "Hey, big blue dong." Okay, all right. Well, I get what that is. No, there's so much more to it than that, and people don't seem to understand that part. All right. Susie wants to know, what is your favorite superhero and woo? Which is, what is my favorite superhero and why? My favorite superhero is Daredevil. Why? Because I said so. Also because his costume is coolest. No. The thing I like about Daredevil is that, with the exception of his disability, which is his ability to be blind, he has no special powers. You know, he's blind, so he's actually disabled. So everything else is a learned skill. He doesn't have Batman money. He's not a space alien like Superman. You know, he doesn't have any of these other things that these other characters have. He's actually just a dude with a disability who has learned to fight and learn to do things beyond that to compensate. Pat, I went to bed at midnight last night. The thing about it is that I woke up from my nap to do this, so I'm still a little in that kind of mood. So, what other questions do you guys have? Amanda likes to end sentences. She likes to hit enter too early because this should be one text. She's better than she should have been, but she got a lot done. Yes, Amanda fixed our YouTube channel, guys. Go over to youtube.com and search The Nexus 419 and check out our. We finally got a lot of our back catalog of News from the Nexus podcasts up on YouTube. They will be going up Monday, maybe, on Podbean. I have to. Link is also on the Facebook. Yes, and some people may even be watching this from the YouTube right now. So that's a thing, because we're live on YouTube too. Yeah, head over and check that out. They'll be going live on Podbean, so you can listen to them on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those places. Probably Monday. It'll probably take me till Monday to get them all edited down because it turns out editing the audio, for whatever reason right now, is slower than editing the video. Mainly because I can just put a formula together to edit the video real fast, whereas every piece of audio is different, so I have to... Blah, 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 blah. All right. Who is my favorite villain? My favorite villain is Kingpin. Who is my favorite superhero and villain in DC? I do not have one. Not a giant DC guy. Never have been. I like Batman, don't get me wrong. But I don't have a favorite DC. Maybe Wally West. Amanda over here doing the actual work. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because there is some stuff in the works that you'll want to be part of. That's true. That's very true. But we're not allowed to talk about that yet because, to be real honest, I'm not ready to talk about it yet. So, but yeah, to answer Susie's question, favorite superhero and villain in DC, I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a while, Suze. Like I said, I'm more of a Marvel guy, so I have my Marvel answers, and I know my Marvel answers. I'm not as big of a DC guy, so maybe my favorite hero in DC is Jesse Custer from Preacher, which was a Vertigo book, which is a DC book. And maybe my favorite villain is the Comedian from Watchmen, which was also a DC book. I don't really know. Yes, and now she's actually leaving. Bye, guys. Amanda, it's BYE. But anyhow. But Amanda didn't mention one other thing, guys. Go over and check out our Patreon. Patreon.com. Search the Nexus 419. We've got some stuff happening over there. And Patreon lets us do our podcasts and the other little videos and stuff we've been doing so that you can see them and you can hear them and you can listen to them and enjoy them. You know, we want to keep doing stuff, but unfortunately none of it's free. And you guys helping us through Patreon is a way that we can continue to do those things and even do them better. I should have a brand new light coming so that when we do our live shows and when we do our things like this, things won't look as shadowy and there won't be as much glare. You know, we need to get Amanda a new webcam and a new microphone. Things like this that, you know, we can be better at what we do, but it costs money. And if you guys can help us by supporting us through Patreon, we can do those things. So check out the Patreon. Follow us on the socials at the Nexus 419 everywhere. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because, like Amanda said, there's some stuff coming that's going to be worth checking out for real. So, any question, any last minute questions, guys? We got about 5 minutes left or so. Any questions? Should I put my personal protective mask on? Do you guys think here in the house by myself I need to wear a mask? I got a new one. All right. If nobody has any more questions, we are going to call it a day here from FAQ, our Friday afternoon AMA, Friday afternoon questions. We will see everybody. We're going to keep doing this, guys. We're going to do this every week until things get back to normal. Until I go back to work and until everybody's back to work. While we're all still kind of at home, quarantined, we're going to keep doing this. So we will talk to everybody very, very, very soon. Keep an eye on this space. Keep an eye on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our social medias for more announcements and things. All right. Bye, guys.